everybody. I hope that you're doing well. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about recipes. So one of the things we were thinking about doing, and still are, is making a cookbook, A Taste of Wesley, which is exciting. But more than just a cookbook, we wanted it to also have stories that go with the food. So today I'm going to show you how to make a super easy pot roast in your crock pot. But this is my happy food memory because my grandma used to make pot roast all the time. And she would make it in her pressure cooker, which until Instapot came along, I never used a pressure cooker. So today I'm going to show you how to make pot roast in your crock pot, which I'm sure a lot of you already do. And then also share some recipes, one that I'm going to use today with some modifications because we're sheltering in place, and also one that is super easy that my mom uses all the time, and honestly, it's just as good.
All right, so everything is prepped. I have the potatoes prepped. We are using a combination of Yukon Gold and New. Also carrots. I'm adding onions to the recipe because I feel like if you can add onions to a recipe, you totally should. And then our minced garlic. But one of the things that I'm going to suggest to all of you is that when you cut up vegetables, you end up with a lot of scrap. And I would suggest putting it in a Ziploc bag and freezing it to use to make stock later. I'd like to thank my videographer, Joe Rigo, for helping me out. So I'm going to take this roast. Again, I don't care what kind of roast you get. We tend to get the cheapest one. And I am just going to sear this on both sides. So all I did was I just put a little salt and pepper on it, and then I'm going to salt and pepper this side, and then I'm going to give it about 2 minutes of a sear, and then I'll flip it and give 2 minutes of a sear on the other side. So here is the sear. I had to adjust and use our vegetable broth. Here are 2 cups of vegetable broth. And then we have our crock pot ready. I sprayed the inside, and I will be moving the meat over in just a second. So here are the spices that I'm using: salt, pepper, ground thyme, and then this garlic and herb rub. So I've put my potatoes and vegetables inside, and I'm going to set my meat on top of it. And here is the roast in the crock pot. I'm going to put my lid on top, lock it in, and put it on low for about 5-6 hours.
So this is pretty fancy pot roast. If I typically do it before school, I cut up my roast into chunks, and I just put everything in. I don't sear it, but because I'm sheltered in place, I had heard that searing adds a little bit of extra flavor. I've also done this roast a couple of different ways. My mom likes to make Italian roast, like Italian beef, and she uses an Italian dressing seasoning packet with a 7-Up or a Sprite. I've done that with beef roast and pork roast. It's delicious. Right now we are trying to be pretty gluten-free, so you just need to be careful with those packets if you do have a gluten allergy. A lot of them have gluten in them, or wheat. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy. I'll show you the final product when it's done, when we eat later today. But I'm excited about the crock pot. The best part is that you can put it in there and forget about it.